I'm not as tall as General Bush, but I played basketball, and so this is we're working together, so it's Hatch to Bush. I'll be the guard, he can be the center. And after the last two nights, there is a God. After watching the Jazz win both of those games, I have to say I was just blown away by them. Well, thank you for the kind reception. It's been a privilege to shake hands with a lot of you here today. First, I want to thank my good friend Terry Scow. There's no more tenacious supporter and defender of our nation's veterans than Terry Scow. Just that simple. It was more than 6 years ago when Terry first came to me with an idea of a state veterans nursing home. Terry was with us every step of the way as we got the land transferred from the Army to build the George F. Wallen Veterans Home. I am so pleased to sit by Mrs. Wallen here today. We've been together on a number of occasions, and George was a great friend of mine. Many thanks are also owed to President Corey Dinsdale, the LDS branch president for Veterans Homes, Dennis McFall, the Deputy Director of the Utah Department of Veterans Affairs, Ralph Lowell Coleman Jr., the Tower Project Officer, and the Veterans Home Advisory Board for all of their tireless efforts to support our nation's veterans here in northern Utah. I'd be remiss if I did not thank my good friends Congressman Rob Bishop. You realize what a tremendous job he does for his district up here in northern Utah. He's one of my favorite people in Washington, and there's good reason for that. He's a very effective member of Congress. And I'm also pleased to see Lieutenant Governor Greg Bell here today. He is a terrific leader, as is our governor. I've known Gary Herbert since he was a young missionary back in Washington. And these two fellows are doing a terrific job for our state. They fight for our veterans every day, and that means a lot to me. I wish to acknowledge someone who I do not want to be a veteran anytime soon, and that's Major General Andrew Bush, the commander of the Ogden Air Logistics Center. He's a crucial guy to us here in this state, and he's doing a wonderful job. Finally, I want to thank Mrs. Melba Wallen. Mrs. Wallen, your husband, George, was a true hero, saving countless lives, yet a humble man, despite his gallant service. He set the standard for what all men should be. Today, we have another special tribute to this site. This is a structure of real dignity. It's beautiful. I have to say, it's really impressive. We're here to dedicate Utah's first Veterans Tribute Tower. The tower and its bell remind me of another important memorial, the Netherlands Carillon Bell Tower, which is immediately adjacent to Arlington National Cemetery and the Marine Corps Memorial. The music from its bells only adds to the honor one experiences when visiting the hallowed grounds next to the Carillon. Like Utah's Veterans Tribute Tower, the Netherlands Carillon was a gift from a grateful people. In the Carillon's case, it was a gift from the people of Netherlands to the United States for the aid our nation provided the Netherlands during and after the Second World War. They didn't forget. Today, the people of Utah, and especially those who made contributions and purchased bricks, also make a gift. A gift which will remind all veterans, we as a nation are truly thankful for your service. Now, let me just say this. I have very deep feelings on these occasions. Back in 1945, the soldiers came to our home in Pittsburgh, and I was laying in the woods down in front of the house, and I heard my mother cry. And she wasn't one of the people who cried all the time. I ran back up there, and there were two soldiers there telling her that my brother, my only brother, Jess, was missing in action. She received a bouquet of flowers, 2 dozen yellow roses, 2 weeks after she was notified of his missing in action. So she held on to a fervent belief that he might be alive until they finally found his remains, and we had to go through it all again. My mother never recovered from that. She went on, but she just had a deep feeling for all veterans ever since, and so have I. I got a white a white hair right here, a lock of hair right here on the right side of my head. You can't see it now because I'm all gray now. I was a very dignified 10-year-old, I'll tell you that, with that white lock of hair. I lost a brother-in-law in Vietnam. We just buried another top sergeant in the Marines brother-in-law in Arlington. Our family, as all of you and all of your families, we feel deeply about the sacrifices that these men and women have made for us and for our right to freedom. And you know, all of those sacrifices are exemplified in this home and in this bell tower. So I know that I'm not alone in wishing to hear this tower's chimes for a long time. I just want you all to know how much we appreciate all of you being here today in this cold day. This is the greatest country in the world, and we can't allow ourselves to lose it. Thank God for people like you. Thank God for the United States of America. Thank you so much.